All right, hello. So anyway, I wanted to do a Joker review, movie review. I don't do films often. Anyone who knows me, I've been kind of bored with films. But the trailer here intrigued me, and I wanted to know if this type of hype was gonna be better than anything else like other superhero movies. There's always a hype, but you can kind of gauge whether it's bad or not. This one, I was like, okay, I was looking at the trailers and I'm like, oh god, is this gonna be good or bad? And I couldn't tell, so it made me very curious. So this is a Joker review. I'm gonna call this one with spoilers. Hopefully I'll make two, one without and one with, but I just kind of wanted to vent it all out, and I might accidentally say something that spoils it, so this one will be it. And then I'd like to talk about the human psychology and all that, because that's what also intrigued me about the film. Obviously, human nature and all that. So if you don't care to listen to this or whatever, go see the film. Fast forward or just stop here. The film's really good. I have to admit, it's been a while since I saw a film that was just fun. It was fun to watch and it was different. This is how the Joker should be. This is how it should be. The Joker's a dark character, and if you kind of want to take like, okay, the Batman television show was probably like G or PG, Heath Ledger's PG-13, and then we jumped here and it's like R. Yeah, they did a good job. It was very dark. It was consistent. The things that did bother me, I guess, kind of tied in toward the end. So you're like, okay, fine. But yeah, Heath Ledger's character is retired. Joaquin did a really good job. Todd Phillips, the director, did a really good job. Um, Creating it, I didn't think like 80s the whole time, but definitely a period thing was there. I felt the vibe. I felt like I was in a different world. My only criticisms are I just wish the it had nothing to do with Gotham. I just wish it was like a story, but they had to sprinkle in a little bit of like Gotham and the Waynes and DC and all that. So whatever, but it was good. It was fun. It was a build-up film. I guess that's one spoiler. So it's just like build up, build up, build up, and then crash and burn. He goes crazy. Things that did bother me, like I would say, dialogue was a little forced, a little unnatural. But you can argue that that plays to his mind and the craziness involved. One spoiler is that the film is shot in a way where you're just kind of going, oh, okay, like, is this all in his head? Is this like it's supposed to match the madness of his life and all that. So that's fine. That's cool. And it made some of the dialogue forgivable because then you're like, okay, it could be interpreted this way. So the film was very fun. There's not too much that is unexpected. The ending is totally how you how you would think. Um, it's yeah, I don't even want to spoil it. It doesn't take that much thinking. It ends how you would think it would. Um, the one thing that I did not care for is like I would have liked it to be a good man descending into madness, but it was like the dude already had so many issues that it was just he was a ticking time bomb. So that part was a little bothersome because I would have liked to take away a few things that made him so crazy, because it's like, okay, dude, this guy is the epitome of crazy, and that's what's bothersome is you want, like, the movie was controversial because it's supposed to be like, okay, he can relate to us, but they played it safe and they made him too crazy, so then you're just kind of going, well, no, that's not relatable, because it's like he's basically like Satan's baby, and you know what I mean, like, okay, so. But besides that, like, just the vibe, it felt almost avant-garde, which was fun. Like, you didn't get like the exact kind of pace and flow you would get in a traditional film, which was really refreshing for me. That's what makes me kind of bored with films, is that it's just so formulaic, and it was just so nice to just see a shit movie where I'm like, oh, this is jarring in so many ways, but it was to match like the madness. And the cinematographer and the set designs, all those, like, those are definitely Academy Award. I don't want to get into the awards, but like, very well done there. Cinematographer did a great job. Beautiful. Joaquin Phoenix, like what a terrific He did it. He did it. He, like I said, he retired Heath Ledger. He's another form of Joker, which was fun and really, really cool. Um, a little spoiler is Thomas Wayne. I think they played it safe by making him kind of a jerk. You could chalk it up to he was a jerk because of the times, everyone's stressed out, but he was kind of a jerk to where it's like, okay, what's to happen, you feel more for the Joker, and that was kind of BSy to me, but whatever. But Thomas Wayne did feel real. He felt like a human being, which then I do appreciate. It wasn't just like he was this noble man. He was a human being. So that was nice. Obviously, they did certain things just to like make it easier for the movie to work as a whole, in terms of like what the f is Bruce doing at the front gate, kind of bullcrap. But but yeah, it was just it was really good. It was beautifully shot, very creepy, very uncomfortable. The whole film, you're kind of uncomfortable in the very beginning because there's just so much awkwardness. So I really appreciated that. The I guess the other things I want to get into, that's my only criticism. Go see the film. Normally I crap on films. If I was like a review person, a majority of films that people like, I would crap on, just because they're not fun to me. But this one was like at least worth a ticket price and seeing on the big screen. So go see it. Go see the Joker. But yeah, to get into like the BS, like the reason why I was skeptic at first in seeing this film is just because, eh, like, yeah, I could see how it could stir trouble now that I've seen the film, but it's just like, come on, stop it. Like, I almost thought it was publicity, and I just didn't like that. I thought it was a PR stunt, just kind of going, oh, it's so dark, and it's like it's dark, but it's no darker than any other dark film. It's not like this most troubling thing. You're going, what the hell? People are comparing it to like John Wick, and it's like, well, John Wick's super violent. Why didn't they get it? And it's like, yeah, okay, I can see the differences. One's, an assassin guy, and you can't really relate to that, and then one's like a troubled city folk that you can relate to, and then it causes trouble. So I get it, but it's just like, anyway. So I was skeptic at first, but it was just one of those films where I saw the trailer and I was just like, I can't tell. Like, I can't tell if they were trying so hard to make the cinematography poetic that it was like, it made the trailer easy to cut, because it's just like, okay, take all the cool shots in the film and then cut a trailer. But no, it was done well. It was at first when you watch it, the first like half hour, you're kind of going like, this film's got some issues, but I guess it ties into like the overarching thing. It's like the whole thing. You gotta sit through the ending where you're like, oh, okay, they did that shit. And because this is like a spoiler one, this is more of a film thing that I hate. I hate that when you find out that it's like a lot, some of it's in his head. Don't cut back to like the shots where it's like, oh, that person, that wasn't real, or that thing wasn't real. It's like, let the audience, like, we're done with that trope. Don't go back to like, this is what you miss, kind of like Fight Club style, where it's like jump to what's his name by himself drinking by himself. It's like, no, just let the audience like be shocked in their head and continue with the story. You don't need to cut back to remind people, oh my god, they were that was them being crazy the whole time. Like, have us watch the movie again. Like, I was just over that. But anyway, this film did a great job where there's like very little to like nitpick, and like what I am verbally vomiting is just BS anyways. But like, yeah, it was just kind of like that kind of crap, and you know, I was over all these like, who's the best Joker? Well, guess what? I think currently Joaquin holds the crown. Heath definitely gets to rest in peace now and go over, because this is like a whole different Joker, a whole different vibe, just as creepy. There's definitely little nods to Heath Ledger's Joker in terms of makeup and style and creepiness, but it's a R, and boy, Joaquin did a good job showing an R and the style and choices and all that. It's good. I'd almost see it again. It's a little slow in terms of like, when I would want to see it again, but maybe if somebody asked me. But yeah, so That's my spoiler one. I don't want to get too much into it because it's not like the most complicated. And I guess the other thing I would say is it was refreshing to see a film that wasn't like, oh my God, you know, the entire world needs to be in peril. It was just like, no, this is, you know, even though it becomes a city issue, like there was no focus. Nobody was that much in danger. It was just the wrong people at the wrong time. Wrong. It was just a bunch of stuff that created chaos. And so that's what made it really nice and refreshing once again. So yeah, hopefully this is just a quick video. This is go see the Joker, spoiler with spoilers. I didn't spoil too much because it's a good film and there's not much to say, but I'll make another quick one, which isn't a spoiler.